Fun fact, only 5.7% of you guys are actually subscribed to this channel, so please, if you do enjoy the video, consider subscribing or at least drop me a like, as it doesn't hurt you at all and it only helps me. Comment down below any questions that you do have and enjoy. In today's video, I will be showing you guys a 7-foot demigod center that I've been able to create in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Honestly, this build is so fun and can be used as your main build due to its amazing defensive presence. It can dominate the paint, shoot threes, dunk on everyone, and has elite level playmaking. And here's how I made it. Okay, so for this build, obviously, you can go with power forward or you can go with center. Overall, I think center is just the better position since that is the position you're going to be running. For the height, obviously, we need to be 7 foot. We can't drop this or raise it. And then with the weight, we're going to drop this to minimum just to be as fast as possible and to be the most glitchy. And then with the wingspan, I would recommend maxing this out just so you can dominate the paint even more. As usual on this screen, let's go ahead and get the obvious things out of the way right now. And boom, just like that, all the obvious things are out of the way. As you can see, we don't have that many badges, but we do have a ton of leftover attributes, which is really good. Scrolling up here to defensive and rebounding badges, I honestly think I'm just gonna leave this alone because if I try to touch anything, I'm gonna lose a badge. That's not something I want to be doing. And 21 defensive and rebounding badges is more than enough. Scrolling up here to playmaking, I'm gonna go ahead and max out pretty much everything because I think playmaking is pretty important. You can also drop the pass accuracy down to an 88 to maintain your 15 playmaking badges. Having playmaking on this build is going to be pretty clutch to get up and down the floor pretty easily. If you do get a snatch block and you want to finish the clip, you don't want to just have to pass the ball to your teammate immediately. You want to be able to run the floor and spot up for a 3 or catch a body. Additionally, having a high pass accuracy is honestly so clutch, especially during rec. If I grab a rebound, I want to feel free to throw it down court without having to worry about people jumping in passing lanes. Next thing I am going to do is scroll up and max out free throws. Have 16 shooting badges. We can actually drop this down 1 to a 90 and still maintain our 16 shooting badges. I know a lot of you guys probably saw this 76 3-point rating. You were a little bit skeptical at first, but with 15 shooting badges, that's just honestly so many badges, and you can shoot extremely consistently, especially if you find a big man jump shot that you really like. Speaking of which, in the card above and in the description below, there's a link to, in my opinion, the best big man jump shot in NBA 2K21 Next Gen, and I highly recommend you guys go ahead and check that out. Additionally, having a free throw is really clutch. Shooting free throws is not nearly as easy as it was in past 2Ks, so having a high free throw rating is really clutch, so you're not a liability towards the end of games. Moving up to finishing, now it's completely up to you whether you want to upgrade to close shot or post control. In my opinion, I don't really post up on this build, so I would recommend going with close shot since I think that is the better thing to upgrade. But if you upgrade post control, you have more leftover badges. For me, I'm just going to go ahead and throw all my leftover attributes on finishing, and I will have an 84 close shot and 17 finishing badges. Obviously, that isn't actually a very good, so we can scroll down to physicals and drop the stamina down to an 88. Additionally, you can drop the acceleration down to a 70. And if you drop the driving layup down a little bit, we can max out close shot and get 22 finishing badges. I think this trade-off is completely worth it. You don't really need that much stamina. Acceleration isn't that helpful in the center build. Additionally, driving layup isn't that important in this year's 2K, and you get more finishing badges if you trade off driving layup for close shot. Honestly, this build is looking really good. However, I have one tweak that I do want to make. I'm going to scroll down here, throw the last attribute on vertical, and then additionally, I'm going to drop the stamina down 2 ratings so that way I can have a 65 vertical. The reason why having a 65 vertical is extremely important is because this way you can have elite big man contact dunks off the jump, and if you don't have a 65 vertical, you cannot get elite big man contact dunks. It's completely up to you whether or not you want to do this trade-off. I don't think 2 stamina is that important. However, if you are going to grind to 99 overall, you will get this dunk package regardless, so it's completely up to you. Quite honestly, this build looked extremely good, extremely overpowered with a total of 74 badges. Being able to be 7 foot with a 7'10" wingspan is broken enough as it is, but then being able to do literally everything in this game is even more broken. Now, I already know ahead of time a lot of you guys are going to have complaints about this build, especially with strength. and interior defense. Quite honestly, you don't really need strength, as strength is mainly used for boxing people out, and then with having Hall of Fame box, I never get wormed around anyways, so I never really needed strength. I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how much you guys have to sacrifice in order to get strength. Let's just go to defensive and rebounding, drop the offensive rebound a little bit so we can have 18 defensive and rebounding badges. That's 3 lower than 21, and then we can also drop pass accuracy to 12. In total, that's 6 badges that we're losing to get a 55 strength. In my opinion, I just don't see that being worth it, considering the fact that you can still box people out extremely easily with Hall of Fame box. For interior defense, I honestly don't really need it, considering I have a 95 block. However, if you do want to get interior defense, let me just show you what you have to sacrifice. Again, let's just drop our pass accuracy all the way down to 9 playmaking badges, and then let's also drop our offensive rebound to like a 75, sure. And then if we throw all of these attributes on interior defense, we only get a 60 interior defense. You can upgrade the bar halfway by losing like 13 badges. I honestly just don't really see how this is worth it. If you do want to go for something like interior defense or strength, go ahead and go for it, but personally, it's just not my recommendation. Moving on to the takeovers, in my opinion, for the first takeover, you have to go see the future since you're center. And then with takeover number 2, I'd recommend going spot position just to be a complete threat off ball. As you guys can see, I have built a post facilitator. I don't really know where we got that name, considering the fact that we only have like 16 playmaking badges, but the name doesn't really affect anything. Anyways, you guys, if you did enjoy the video, consider subscribing. It does help the channel out so much. Like the video if you found it helpful. Comment any questions that you do have down below in the comment section. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.